Hello there, my name is Rachel. The first time seeing my channel, you review cartoon series, anime series, so stop it. Computer random, and today we talk about season 1 of Housebroken. Now, out of the bat, if I recommend this series, maybe. It's one of those, it depends. If you like pets, you understand how they work in real life, you have a long chance to actually enjoy this series. But you don't like animals or something realistic in the animation, it kind of turns you off if you're not used to that sort of idea. For example, episode 2, a dog usually did number 2 on the floor and he actually shows it. So that's the point that you realize you gotta like it or you gotta hate it because it's something can actually throws you off. But long run, it actually works as showing, oh yeah, they're talking animals, but at the same time, realistically, they cannot talk to human people or actually understand some of the rules the human people do. And that's what they do, this sort of kind of realistic in the same time understanding. Yeah, they're very intelligent, but once more, they're still animals. They still have sort of their own issues, and they kind of throw you back and forth to understand what they're trying to do, especially what happens at the end. Anyway, the story of all this is basically this sort of main character called Honey who runs a sort of a therapy group session to help all the other animals deal with their own problems. And yes, they have a lot of characters. They basically have about being 12 to 13 or even more characters, but usually focus on at least the 12 or 10 main characters each episode to see how each one of them boss each other and see how they sort of need to talk about their own issues, and Honey tries to help them. But once more, it's a little bit more focused of Honey, and the rest of the characters are basically B plots. But Honey is sort of interesting because they fall into that sort of character that she's sort of miserable or kind of tired of her life is sort of stale, and sort of realizing life is sort of boring and we don't mix it up. Especially he's stuck with a relation with her own sort of husband or dog husband called Chief. Now, Chief and Honey relationship is sort of that kind of 1950s type of relationship that, oh, Honey's intelligent and proud and very wise, and Chief is just an idiot, a moron, he just want to have fun. That sort of classic strict and wacky character, but once more, it sort of left Honey that sort of the nagging wife, but one of those characters that is not annoying. Honey, she's right now. She's not annoying. She's right to complain because let's face it, Chief is sort of completely reckless and doesn't understand the situation very well. And also, she was sort of forced to stuck with this dog because she doesn't have a choice. Because once more, she's an animal. She was forced to things. So yeah, you can see why she's sort of complaining. Even more when later on in the series, you find another couple dogs that actually are very happy and married, but once more, they didn't have a choice and they're still very happy. And that's sort of complex, Honey, to understand why do you work, why mine doesn't. And the top of this, Honey wondering why should I actually stay with Chief because I could find another different dog like a coyote she met the first episode and run away with them. He also asked that question, what she does is right. Honestly, that's an interesting question because she was human. You say, oh no, you marry him, you stuck with him, you should be happy. No, they actually, quite honestly, ask you, her position is fair. And honestly, it's true, it's not fair because she never had a choice of her life. She tried to be a good person or good dog and do what she can. Maybe the reason why she does sort of group therapy to understand her own emotions in her relationship and compare with the other group members to understand what level of things she must fix the way to better with Chief. Even Chief doesn't want to actually help out in the relationship. Chief thinks, oh, everything's fine. I mean, you just talk too much. And once more, no, is this not everything fine because you don't listen to her and she trying to listen to you, but you don't, and she tries so much. This is the reason why I guess this is why she made a sort of group therapy to understand so much better what to do in her life. Especially, you can see each character of the other animals how their life is sort of in denial or issues. I think one of the big example is Sheldon the turtle that he's lonely. He fell in love with a croc. Not a crocodile, a shoe croc. And he just bang it and marry it, and everybody like, yeah, bro, that's no, this is completely wrong. But once more, he thinks he's like a wild animal playboy. But once more, you're turtle banging a croc. Yeah, no, that's kind of weird. It's kind of funny, I have to admit. But once more, they do develop that sort of idea that he's sort of delusional. You also have other characters like Diablo, who is sort of depressed, doesn't know how to act. Especially his two masters are sort of divorced. He had to choose one or the other. He's panicking. Once more, he has a lot of personality, but he never was annoying. You also have Elsa, the corgi, who actually wants to talk, wants to take charge, but he doesn't know how to because she's sort of panicky, but once more trying to be firm, trying to be sort of like honey, but once more she doesn't know how to. You have other characters uh the great one, the ghetto cat, will have like 80 other cats living with them with the crazy cat lady, and you see he has a very miserable life. He's just like, whoa, bro. But once more, he's sort of proud of it, but at the same time, not really. He just like in denial of his situation. So he kind of starting to follow up with the other cat, Tafela, the feminine from Germany that actually is ghetto, would stab you. He have the chance, but once more, she's sort of kind of in denial because she been in a place with a younger cat with their other owners. Now she's sort of not sure to stay, to leave. You see the gray one trying to get to her, like, calm down. You have a good life, but once more, you go deeper in the relationship, how they both work. Before I forget, also Chico, the orange cat who has issues with his own master because he keep leaving him. He has sort of abandonment issues. He eats everything he can to sort of fill the hole. We even realize he's a denial because his master doesn't really love them. It's sort of a situation where like I stuck with you because you're my ex-girlfriend's pet, and you feel for the guy because he's sort of blind the situation. Now, our next character is Max, the glory pig. Basically, he's the kind of animal that celebrity used to their own photos, but he realizes he's that awesome in a bag of chips too. He actually find out that's sort of a lie because all the photos he has of other famous people is not him. The original Max died, so he's basically Max too, shattered his illusion, realizing his life is a lie and he has nothing left to live. So his kind of friends, Animal, trying to pull him back in and just be cool, man. You have a chance. Be happy. I mean, of course, you're not the pig, but you still are kind of unsensitive pig to us. And once more, there are actually still many other characters I did not mention because it's just so many. But all of that, that's basically the most focus of all the other animals. They like two, three, and not talk about the gerbil, the goldfish, the raccoon, and the coyote. But once more, the show is not bad. It's entertaining, but once more, if you don't like the idea of animals and how they talk and they do things, it's not for you. But you're the person who understand how what kind of story they're trying to tell. You're just like, yeah, this is pretty good. Especially what happened to the very end to Honey, that she realized she got tired of this, is tired of chief crap, each finally left with the coyote doing his own thing and trying to be free and realizing maybe this is not for her. The wildlife is sort of a lie. And the fact she realized maybe her therapy is working just on her, but also on her own friends to understand there's certain scenarios. Yeah, I like that because all of them do care about each other. Even they hate each other. Even the raccoon, who is not the main character, he's sort of a secondary or third character. He appears once in a while, points out all the crap Honey does, and everybody lying to each other, not telling the truth. But realizing Honey did actually did a change in each one of them to open up, to believe, to understand they're worth something. That enough is good for me. Of course, the comedy is up to you. You like it, you hate it. You have clever moments. Other moments is not that clever because once more they're animals. You had to get it if you have a pet. But all of that I enjoy, especially how the animation is a little better. I mean, a little. It's not. You have that sort of animation mainstream. It's a difference of anime and cartoons. Anime focus on the animators. Here's the storyboard. Do what you think was going, but try not to change too much. And Western is here's the storyboard. Copy paste everything. That's why I give you an idea. The Western way is sort of copy paste. The The anime way or the Western Southern way is basically here's the idea, just sort of focus where you're supposed to go and put whatever you want to make it more stronger. That's what I mean. Just to clarify that. But other than that, I think it's okay. I mean, I understand people will complain about the animation. And once more, it's Fox. What do you expect? But other than that, I have a great time. Let me ask this question before I end this video. Do you hate it? Do you like it? Do you feel this could be way more better? Or you just hoping season 2 will improve all the mistakes they have done? To me, I feel it's a good, decent 6 or 7 out of 10. It's a really decent, fun series. But once more, I want to know your opinion. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Comment down below. Let me know. I got really nothing else to say. Just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.